Welcome to Brittany and the city of Vannes, in whose heart you can find La Cohue. Cohue? Anyway, it's an art museum, and a very nice one. Technically, La Cohue is the building, originally constructed as a market hall in the 13th century, before housing the exiled Parliament of Brittany for a time in the 17th century. Its upstairs became a theatre in 1796 and ran all the way up to 1940. Then the building was renovated in the 1980s and has hosted the city's Fine Arts Museum ever since. I was directed to start with a temporary exhibition titled Behind the Scenes of Museums. With both of Vannes municipal museums undergoing renovations, history and archaeology being the other one, the pair collaborated with an exhibition showing how museums actually work. And I really liked it. You have all sorts of interesting artworks and artifacts, with the exhibition structured around different processes such as collecting, preserving, restoring, and most notably for me, sharing. These museums sincerely want you to get to know them, to feel the passion they feel and get involved. I love this series of drawings by a contemporary local artist named Emma Burr depicting visitors to the museum. The most impressive part of La Cohue, though, is the second floor, where we find a permanent exhibition dedicated to Geneviève Asse, pretty sure that's how you say her name. Born in Vannes in 1923 and dying at the age of 98 in 2021, Asse began painting in Paris during World War II before becoming an ambulance driver for the resistance in Alsace, being awarded with the Croix de Guerre in 1945. It was in the 1950s that her art career took off, with her abstract canvases featuring her distinctive Asse blue. This was my first time encountering Asse's work, and if you can't tell, I like it. The Asse blue really is captivating, especially with her subtle but significant use of red, and I love to see a female artist getting her flowers. Still something you don't see enough of. Lastly, we have the permanent collection. And I'd be lying if I said my first reaction wasn't, this is it. It's just one hall, but as I went through, I found myself appreciating the quality over quantity. Beginning with one of the museum's founding pieces, Eugène Delacroix's Christ on the Cross, we get many examples of Breton art and some paintings focused on Vannes specifically. Some highlights for me were The Young Girl from Concarneau by Flavien Louis Pellin and these woodcuts by Jacques Beltrand. And that's the Cohue basically. If I was to sum it up in one word, I'd say homely. The very friendly staff adding to this sense of warmth. But change is on its way. I said the permanent collection felt a bit small, and indeed the Fine Arts Museum is moving to a larger venue, Le Château de l'Hermine, which is currently having this modern section added. I'm not loving the renders here, but we'll see how the finished product looks, and ultimately I'm happy Vannes is getting a bigger art museum. However, it's not clear what will happen to La Cohue itself, but for now, €5 general admission and free entry for anyone 26 and under, I'd say it's well worth a visit. But most importantly, how was this gift shop? Well, small, but cute. But the postcard selection wasn't amazing, so I was a good boy and only bought 3. Bye bye!